Hi, Yasmin. Wow, this is for you for Christmas from your sister Lauren in the UK. I love you. Ya no estás más de mi lado, corazón. En el alma solo tengo soledad. Y si ya no puedo verte, porque Dios mío es fuerte para hacerme sufrir más. Cristo está la razón de mi existir. Adorarte para mí fue religión. En tus besos yo encontraba el calor que me brindaba el amor y la pasión. En la historia de un amor como no hay otro igual, que me hizo comprender todo el bien, todo el mal, que le dio luz a mi vida, apagándola después. ¿A qué vida tan oscura? Sin tu amor no viviré. Siempre fue esta la razón de mi existir. Adorarte para mí fue religión. Y en tu beso sí encontraba el calor que me brindaba el amor y la pasión. En la historia de un amor como no hay otro igual, que me hizo comprender todo el bien, todo el mal, que le dio luz a mi vida, apagándola después. ¿A qué vida tan oscura? Sin tu amor no viviré. Revuelta la razón de mi existir. Adorarte para mí fue religión. Y en tus besos yo encontraba el calor que me brindaba el amor y la pasión.
Splitting from Regent Street. I'm on my way to Red Call, to the preview premiere of the film Red Call at the Regent Street Cinema. So follow me there. Today is July the 25th and we're going to a preview of a new film where I sing the credits. And the film written and directed by Steve Goff. So follow me. And upstairs, walking into Red Call. So we have Ruth Humphreys here, the lovely Ruth Humphreys, and it's really good to see you here. How are you involved in Red Call?
Yeah, I was part of the crew helping out on set, so I was doing some of the prompting and things like that for one of the days.
Okay, great. So it's really exciting to be here today, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's really exciting to see all the film come together and see it coming through as it's gone on. So yeah, wonderful for Steve. Yeah.
I can't wait till the end.
Well, of course, we're looking forward to hearing your song. Absolutely.
No, honestly, I want to see the rest. Okay, thank you, Ruth.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much.
I've got Peter here. And how are you involved in Red Call, Peter?
Well, my involvement goes back quite a while because I got involved with Steve when he was preparing it as a play for the stage, and through that I got involved with recording some of the stage performances and helping out with the script development. And then when Steve suggested let's make it as a film, a proper film, he invited me to participate.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck for tonight. Thank you. Here's Steve, the writer and the director, who's invited us to the preview today, and it's so exciting to be at a preview. So, do you want to say something? How do you feel about tonight?
Well, it's the end of a very long process. It's taken, I suppose about 15 months to get here. Lots of ups and downs, but today it's great. I'm very pleased with the performances, very pleased with the creative contributions, the music, all aspects of it. So it's very much a collaboration of talents. And so one is, happy that people's abilities come together.
Fantastic.
Not everyone is going to love it.
Yeah.
Some may not. But I'm happy either way. I mean, it's at that stage where you're just glad that you've come through the process and people have been able to express themselves, the actors and so on, and people like yourself, with a wonderful song at the end of the movie.
Thank you. I've heard a lot of compliments, so I'm lapping it up. But the other thing I just quickly wanted to ask you is, what plans have you got afterwards? Are you going to try and get it on general release?
Well, we want to get into festivals. That's the main thing, is to try and get into some festivals, and then we get the acknowledgement because when you're in festivals, you have the film community there, you have distributors and so on. So we want to get it into some festivals and then build on that. Really, that's what one always tries to do. Maybe get a festival award or something like that. So that's the aim, really. It's not easy because these days feature film distribution is hard. If you're not a big budget production, it's difficult. But you just have to have the energy.
Do what you can.
Yeah, and do what you can.
We'll do what we can with moving on TV as
exactly.
well. So you can send this around everywhere, as you haven't got any of the big media companies here filming it, so I'm it.
Exactly.
In a nice way. Okay, take care. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know because I saw what Steve sent me quite a while ago, and you play the police inspector, right?
I'm a counter-terrorism inspector, yes.
Counter-terrorism.
Yes.
Okay, what's your name? Your real name?
My real name or the character name?
No, your real name.
Christopher Tajar.
Hi, Christopher. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So, how do you feel about making this film? Is this your first film, or have you?
No, by no means my first film. I've done a few films now.
Right.
No, it was very, very interesting. It was a great character to play. Very interesting character because it's not all that he makes out to be.
Right.
So it's an interesting character because you have to kind of work out, how he's going to deal with understanding and getting through to this character and trying to work out and piece the story together. So it's an interesting character in that degree.
That's great. As I said, so how do you feel about being today at the preview?
Nice, always nice to see what happens because you just do the film. You do the film and it goes in the can, so that, you know, the term the can. You forget it. It's over a year later, by the way. So sometimes things are altered, sometimes things are cut. So it's very nice to see. Sometimes it's very nice to see the finished film because it kind of reveals to you what the film is going to be.
Hey, there I am. Music. Nadine Reddy and Lauren Hope. It's a lovely room country. Oh dear. So do you catch the train to Chelsea?
I've done that before when I like to go by across the manor, like to go by Brentford.
I think he's made it. And I want to get him up here just to ask you a few questions before we start so you see the context in which it was made. But we really appreciate you all coming and joining us. Steve. That call had a long journey and an interesting one, and this is the first time we're really going to test it. And we also hope to hear your opinions about it afterwards. But it started off as a play for the White Bear Theatre, which you wrote for them 2 years ago. Can you say a little bit about how that happened?
Well, I wrote a script, actually, the very first draft of the script was a film script, oddly enough, but then I tried to develop it, and as often happens in the industry, it didn't take off. So we thought about it as a theatre production, and I had a very good friend who was keen on setting up fringe theatre productions, and we were able to do that. And it was a lovely experience. It was a great show. I think we had excellent reviews at the White Bear Theatre in South London. And when we looked at all that had been done, particularly the performances and the direction of the theatre piece, I thought, well, this is something that could, be a film again, and that's how it began. But that's just to do with, obviously there was the subject of the film as well.
And that's the thing I wanted to ask you about, because the subject is actually about a volunteer Samaritan, and you also are a Samaritan.
Well, I was for a number of years, and it may sound a bit strange to say it, but it was a great experience. It was a very enriching experience. Obviously, sometimes a very painful experience, but it was something that stayed with me. I left after about 10 or so years, rather the same length of time as the character, actually. I felt that there was something there that I wanted to work through as a writer, and then there were other elements that came in, the theme of terrorism, which will, when you see the films...
We can talk about this after. But, okay, but I was really getting at that, how much of that experience...
Yeah, I mean, what I'd like to say about it is just that it was great to work as a writer from an experience that I'd really been right in the centre of. Because very often as a writer, if you're adapting something, you're working at one remove from your subject. But to be working from something that I lived through over a long period of time, and I knew it very much from the inside, and I felt it was an important set of experiences that I'd had. I was at the Central London branch, which is the biggest branch in the country, and it was right in the middle of Soho, so you felt you were right at the centre of things, and dealing with an enormous range of people with different backgrounds, and it was a powerful experience over a long period of time. I really wanted to write about it.
Well, soon you'll see the very talented cast who were in the play, but were you involved in casting the actors?
Yes, I mean, I didn't have the pivotal role. I came in as a writer. I was just the writer on the production, and I came in as a writer on the auditions, and that was fascinating, and very enriching, because we met some lovely cast members who went on to be in the play.
Okay, so like many people who went to saw it, I remember saying to you after the performance, you should film this. I mean, it's terrific. And when you decided to film this, how did you go about making this film?
Well, it was funny because initially it was let's have a record of the film, of the play, but very quickly that idea went because as you will see when you see the film, it's very much set in a real world. It's not in a kind of theatrical world apart. And so once you introduce real locations, you enter into something quite new. And then there was a challenge of making it a film rather than just a recording of a play, which is perhaps better talked about after the experience before. But then the other thing to say about it was, I started, I called you and I called Peter and Yoram ten Brink, who can't be with us today, who I must say played a very important role. I want to just mention Yoram, who's linked actually with this cinema, because he was one of the people that set up the cinema. He played a very important role at an early stage, so I just want to pay. He can't, unfortunately, he's not well, so he can't be with us, so I just want to pay tribute to him.
We then had some meetings and we discovered actually we had no budget. And being on freedom passes, we always think the solutions. But somehow, how did we solve that problem?
Must went ahead and did it.
Okay, we went ahead and did it, so 84 minutes of film.
We didn't pay people, I hasten to add. It wasn't an exercise in exploitation.
We're still
We didn't
paying
pay
them
them very
off.
much.
Yeah. So we had 84 minutes of film, and how many days did it take?
3.
3 days, okay. Well, so it's good to know this context. One of the things I want to say about the 3 days is it was one of the nicest collaborative moments I have ever had in my working career. Because somehow everyone was there pitching in. Maybe we've said enough now.
Yes.
Let's see the film, and I hope you enjoy it. And I think, obviously from a content point of view, I think it's fantastic. And we'll be very interested in your opinions afterwards or comments. And thank you so much.
But I would, there are other people here, including the director, the original director of the theatre production there, and many other people, the music, and so some people that have really done great jobs.
Derek? Did you wear your own? Derek, where are you? Did you wear your own clothes? Derek, come on.
I read the script when I auditioned for it. I loved the character. I just feel like she's just so real. I don't know. I really liked the dimensions of her. And yeah, she's really wounded, and I was just really interested in exploring that, and also exploring, I think, somebody that puts on a front. And why do we help people? Why do we work? Why do people work at call centres? Is there something that they're hiding? So there's lots of things to explore with the character that I was really interested in, and then it was just lovely working with everybody and playing. And actually, the filming was really good, so we didn't have very long at all. And we just those takes. The whole of that first bit, 60-minute take, one take. And we did it 4 times, including rehearsal. That I just went, can you just film it, because we might have something in the rehearsal. So it was really full on. It was amazing to work like that. I really enjoyed working like that, and I'd love to work like that again. But I think, anyway, can I just pass this on now? Thank you.
General question. What was the question? How do I deal with different? The contrast in the script. I suppose. Obviously very heavy subject matter, very current, and I suppose it was my job to provide a bit of relief, which I think had mixed success personally, but mother-in-law, I think she deserves credit, really. So I fixed it, our favourite. But yeah, and echo about the filming style. It was crazy to do, but yeah, really quite beneficial to work that way. You just don't worry about anything because it's all happening around you, and it's all broken up. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, okay. It was just so exciting to hear my singing coming from this massive, big screen inside the cinema. It's never ever happened before, and I really wish, Steve, that you get this everywhere with this film, so we can all get the glory that we all deserve with the wonderful film he's made. And I'm very proud of myself that I did this. So thank you, Steve, for giving me this opportunity. I love you lots. Thank you. Signing off for Moving On TV from the Regent Cinema here in London. And when it comes out, don't forget to go and see Red Call. It's a brilliant film. Thank you. Power of the who from below has made me rise unwillingly, and so from midst of to bear the bitter cold. I can scarcely move or draw my breath, can scarcely move or draw my breath. Let me breathe again. Let me freeze again to death. Let me freeze
I'm Joost. I'm an associate producer on the film, and I loved your singing at the end. I think it really focuses the meaning and content of the film in a way that's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Steve's very lucky to have you as a neighbour.
Oh, thank you. As a friend, we're good friends.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Welcome to How to Stay Sane in a Crazy World. A little bit of agoraphobia, a little bit of OCD, a little bit of claustrophobia. That's BPD. A little or a lot of depression. Laced with it's all about me. Narcissism. Ah, couple of Tourette's. Now what comes next? Oh yes, that's BPD. A little bit of autism, a little bit of AD or ADHD, a touch of paranoia. You looking at me? That's BPD. Let's add in schizoid tendencies and make it all about me. Yes, narcissism. Woo! A spoon of manic states got a lot on our plates with a monkey brain I cannot train. That's BPD. Hope I haven't upset anyone. You still there? That's BPD. Come and see the show, starting at Wickham Arts Centre, 29th of November, 7:30 p.m. The Green Room. Looking forward to seeing you. eveyone.co.uk.
I'm going to cool down a bit now.
Don't make it bad. Take the sex off and make it better. Remember to let her under your skin. Then you'll begin to make it better. Hey, don't be afraid. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders.
Okay, now let's go. Okay, look at the camera. Wish we were together. The doors and windows tight, so I'm going to bar the doors really tight, so you're testing it, making sure it's really tight. Don't want anybody to come in. Okay, great. Okay. And then maybe throw a little bit in it. Great. Okay, now another one. Try
Another
maybe
almond
a hat.
garment.
Yeah, smile. Yeah. Oh, I'm changing. Nice colours. Yeah, look at me. Look at me, actually. Hang on, look at me. That's great. Lovely. Okay, next.
A bloody fashion show, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the whole point. She's waking up a little bit. That's lovely. Hang on, I'm going to... Egg, what are you doing to me? And pray. Put your hands like praying, as if, please, I can't do it anymore. And then walk slowly back. Slowly, slowly back, praying. That's it. And look at the camera a little bit. Just turn a little bit towards the camera. That's it. Great. Look at the camera. Sit up. Right.
want, just to keep inspired, just to keep motivated, because we know hopefully how good it's going to look on the tube.
Favorite song. So I dedicate this to Yasmin and your mum. Wawa. Wawa. If you're on. I love
Bakers,
you.
rich and tasty beef and with more.
I love you, my beautiful Mexican sister, and my beautiful Irish northern sister coming on in a minute. Des yeux qui font baisser les miens et ça rire qui verse sa bouche. Voilà le portrait sombre et touche dans ma tête. J'appartiens. Quand il me dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas. Je vois l'opinion heureuse. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours. Et ça de quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur, il parle de moi, comme j'ai connu la course. C'est lui pour moi compris ma vie. Il m'a dit la joie pour la vie. Dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi pour les cœurs qui battent. With eyes that burn into your soul, smile that spread across his face. He is perfection, he is grace, the man I love. Hold me close and hold me fast. The magic that you cast, it is love your mother. When you kiss me, heaven's fine, and when I close my eyes, it is love your mother. When you hold me to your heart, I feel over the heart. A world where love is blue. And when we kiss, angels sing forever. And every song seems to turn into love song. Give your heart and soul to me, and it will always be loving. Oh, bonjour. Okay, one more from Piaf, which is the pinnacle of the show, Love Conquers All, which is him, L'amour. And you have to forgive me again. You see the stress. It's caused the imbalance in my throat again. And I know it's stress. I know it's stress because when I went to see the amazing Nina, she did Thai massage on me. She released everything, which is back again now because of what happened 2 days ago. And unfortunately, it's all settled in my throat again. She released it all out of my shoulders and my neck by using the tuning forks. Right. forgot. What's that? Okay. She used the tuning forks, and at some point I intend to interview her. You hear it? It's there again, and all it is it's this stress that comes from fight and flight, I think. And she released it, and it's back again, which is sad because it holds back my singing. Okay. I remember going on with it once when I did Piaf. Hello, my name is Edith Piaf. I'm so grateful to be here. I cannot get a good night's sleep in my bed without the feeling of a man's leg in my body. Woo! On my body. Oh, the beautiful Piaf. In and out of hospital. This is no life. I wasn't allowed to eat what I like or drink what I like. All I was allowed to do was laugh. Laugh? How can you laugh? Laughing and loving, they are similar. And you know, I knew one day I would sing again. And I knew, show for Madame Piaf, the loudspeaker, show for Madame Piaf. I have to go. I knew one day I would sing again, and one day I would love again. I would love again. And when she sings this, all bent over and old, I sing it to you, I have a resurrection again. Et la terre vient s'écouler à la porte. Si tu m'aimes, je me fous du when the sun tumbles from the sky and the sea suddenly runs dry. If you love me, really love me, nothing matters, darling. I won't care. J'irai jusqu'au bout, tu me trembles, si tu me le demandais, accrocher la louche, voler la photo, si tu me demandais. I catch a shooting star, shall I bring it where you are? If you ask me to, I will. You can say to me anytime, I'll do anything you ask. If you love me still, and at last, when all of life is through, I will spend eternity with you. If you love me, really love me, nothing matters. I don't care. I truly believe that love conquers all. Oh, Father, si problème, l'amour, tout I truly believe that love conquers all. Cause if you love me, really love me, nothing And I am so happy now because Aunt Sarah's here. I can see her in the little box over there. So I'm going to bring her on. I'm going to bring her on, and I'm going to bring her on Sarah's Hope. Woo! At the same time as I'm bringing on this.
Bring your backstory to life with Ancestry.
Oh, our love will slowly die, and I will shed. Can you see it?
I can.
Great, okay.
You're always on my mind, circling round my brain. It happens all the time. I close my eyes and a vision will appear. Wish that you were next to me, but you're no longer here. Wish we were together, not all alone. Wish we were together, not all alone. I really cannot take. Want to break the barriers that you and I would make. There'll always be a part of you down deep inside. In the corners of my heart, you're always on my mind. Wish we were together, not all alone. Wish we were together, not all alone. Try to follow all the cycles of the night. Up and down the feelings go, I know it isn't right. Reaching out to touch your love, but emptiness is here. Wish that you were here again. You'll always be there. You'll always be there. Always be there. You'll always be there. The cycles of the night. Up and down the feelings go, I know it is right. Reaching out to touch your love, but emptiness is here. Wish that you were here again. You'll always be there. I feel the cold dark night go trembling through my skin. The doors and windows tight, so I won't let it in. All alone. The trees have finally shed their leaves and winter is here. So our love will slowly die, and I will shed a tear. Wish we were together, not all alone. Wish we were together, not all alone. Slowly die, I will shed a tear. Wish we were together, not all alone. Slowly die, and I will shed a tear. Not all alone. So not slowly all alone, shed a tear.
my God. That's our signature song.
Oh, that was fantastic, Lauren. Just brings back memories, eh?
It sure does. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you doing yourself?
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. So many things are happening with this. I've just had a couple of people. Oh, we've got Dana's just joined. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook Live. We're on 2 Facebooks, and we're on Twitch. So we're going. Oh, someone sent us a thumbs up. Thank you, Dana. You just don't know who's watching. It's so exciting, Aunt Sarah. This, Not All Alone is our signature song now for Moving On TV. And I've just taken on Vlad. I'm going to show you. He started his own show in Bulgarian and English. I'm going to show you. This is how
Thank
incredible.
you.
It's so incredible that I can show you everything on here.
Brilliant. Well done.
Just a sec. I'm just going to show you the opening. He's just going to do his own show.
Yeah.
On it's called The Life and Love Show, and he's doing it in English and Bulgarian, which means that it's going to go out to 2 different audiences.
Well, brilliant. That's exciting.
Vlad's Life and Show. That's the introduction, anyway.
Yay. Hello, everyone. This is Vladimir. This is my show, Vlad's show. And this is Lauren, this beautiful, wonderful, good lady.
Okay. But basically, Vlad is now going to do his own show in English and Bulgarian, which is really, really cool. There we go. It's funny because as I look at you, you remind me of Janis Joplin. Has anyone ever?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you do. I suddenly, because I did a close up of you. Yeah, people could see you do. You do. It's really strange. I've never seen that before. But I was saying to people that there's a few people that have been in my life now for so long. You've been one of them, and I was just telling people about Edinburgh and that so connecting to you, that you live in Fife, in Kirkcaldy, and so I was connecting. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the making of Not All Alone. I'm going to put that on again, but I'm going to take the sound off so we can have a look at where we filmed it, because it was just so funny, and we had so much fun with it, didn't we? Oh God, we had so much fun with it. So let me just put it on again. I need someone to do the technical stuff here for me, because I'm just doing all of that. But here we go. There it is. Well, I just want to find it quickly. There we go. But I'm not going to play the music. I'm going to keep it on silence. But I just want to go through it with people and show them. How we did this. So remember, we went to Fife. What was the graveyard? What was it called where you took me?
I can't actually remember the name of the graveyard, but yeah, it's situated in one of many Fife's areas. One of the cemetery plots.
Yeah, and then we filmed it. Do you remember we filmed it?
We did, yeah.
Luckily, there was no one there. But I remember we went there. It was probably in the evening, I think, and it was fun trying to film it.
And it was quite funny as well. I do remember one particular funny clip being is that when we crossed over the road further down from the cemetery, we got hooted at by a couple of motorists because I think they realized we were filming. So that was really quite amusing.
And okay, tell us about, you got all, because I didn't recognize you, got all dressed up. And do you want to tell us a little bit about what you did and the character and everything? I'm just going to put the making of Not All Alone.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I was once in my youth, I was predominantly into goth music, and I was very much a loner. And I portrayed this person who had at the time a gothic image, and I met this dude, this guy in my 20s. I was going out with. Little did I know he was suffering from depression, and very sadly he actually killed himself, which is obviously how the story and the making of Not All Alone, how it came to the front, if you like, obviously because it is based on a doomed a love that was doomed, a doomed love affair, and how I was in the dark, I portray my gothic image as well. And then suddenly, obviously, when members of the public actually see the video itself, coming sort of 3/4 of the way through the video itself, I then start to come out of my dark space, as it were, because I then start to recover, and I start to make friends, and I come out of my dark space and thinking, oh, well, the world's not such a dark place after all. And just to end it, really, it is quite a happy ending as well, particularly then when we're all on the swings and we're reverting back to our childhood, how much fun that was as well at the time. So it epitomized that, so that was really quite interesting too.
It was amazing. Okay, so you did suffer from depression as well.
Yes.
You went from depression, haven't you? Particularly when you went to live in Scotland. I mean, that was what, 5 years ago since you went?
It's actually 7 years, believe it or not. 7 years past October. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where the time's gone. It's flown by so much.
7 years. I didn't realize it was as long as that. The time has gone really, really quickly. And as you know, we kind of lost contact because you were very low. And remember, that's when I discovered that I had lost a twin. Do you remember I told you?
Yeah.
The vaccine twin, the womb twin survivor, which I'm hopefully going to bring someone on. But thanks to you moving to Scotland and abandoning me, I was able to discover that. So I've always been very grateful to you for taking the time out when you were depressed, because
thank you. That means a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you went through a very difficult time then, because you had just broken up your marriage.
Yes.
And I thought you're always so strong, Sarah. One of the things about you, sweetheart, is you're so strong, and you've always been a bit of a mentor to me. And I've been living on my own now nearly more than 4 months, just me and the cat.
Wow.
And you've always...
Sorry to interrupt, can I just say, though, I'm glad, if you like, some of my aura, if you like, it's actually passed on to you, because now you have the strength, and I'm so very proud of you, over the complexities in life that you've managed to take upon yourself, and how sort of positive you have been feeling after a period of about 4 months. That's great. So very well done to you as well.
Thank you, sweetheart. Well, like I say, I always used to watch you. I mean, we've known each other now, what, 18 years? And okay, let's talk about how we met. Let's talk about how we met, because I remember I put an advert. I wanted to make friends, and we just moved here from Cambridgeshire. And I put an advert in, I think it was the local paper. In those days, you could just put an advert for friendship. You remember?
I do, yes.
And you contacted me. I remember you rang me up, and I always thought you were this little lady. I always got this vision in my head. You were a really little lady. It was really small. I don't know why. And then we met.
I wish.
Remember, we kind of just hit it off. It was so quick because we were into music, and we had so many things in common. And I always felt that you were that friend, that childhood friend that I wanted to, a bit like Beverly Hills 90210, where you could go shopping with and do your hair and your nails, and that part that I missed because I never had that when I was growing up. I never had that friend. And I always found there was Aunt Sarah. You always made me feel so alive, and so you always have this fun. You have something in you which is joie de vivre. They call it in French, joie de vivre.
Wow.
Joy in you. And whenever we had a fallout, and we good friendships do, I always I felt that, oh my God, I've lost that whatever you brought to the friendship, whether that feeling of it doesn't matter what's going on, I'm still going to have a good time kind of feeling. And you brought that with you, that sense of no matter what happens, you're so strong. So remind me again where you were born, because you always, is it Northern Ireland? You were born in England, or you came from Northern Ireland? Explain it to me again, because I always forget. Go on. So if you could tell me again. So
that's okay. That's fine. Yes. Yeah, I was actually born in Northumberland. They actually term it as being Geordieland, believe it or not. But hey, guess from my accent, no, this girl does not speak Geordie whatsoever. I think that just comes with the fact that I've actually been living in the south of England half of my life for about the period of about 27 years. But yes, I was actually born in Northumberland, in an area near Newcastle upon Tyne, and I left mum and dad at age 23. So yeah, so that's me. Yeah, very formidable move. It was very interesting as well.
Sorry, sweetheart. Guess who just came on? Remember the chevrons? Do you remember the chevrons?
Oh right, yeah.
When we did
the band we were in.
Oh, Pretty Flamingo. I could probably find that on YouTube. Keep talking.
Brilliant.
Find it as you're talking. I'm going to find it.
Yeah.
Keep talking to the audience, right?
Yeah, no worries. I'll do my best anyway, because obviously a lot of people say I never stop talking anyway, pardon the pun, so I have to think of more things to say, but hey, you're looking well, and you're doing a fantastic job promoting your TV radio station, Lauren. I'm so proud of you. I really am. You deserve your weight in gold, definitely. Definitely. And your interviewing techniques as well, obviously, they're just so professional, the way you handle people, the way you talk to people,
Thank you. Thank you. I wish I had someone to do all the technical stuff, because tell us a little bit more about your life and about who you're singing, and anything you can think of. I'm going to spotlight you as I try to find, because Gary's on here. Hi, Gary South. It's Aunt Sarah. Okay.
Hey, Gary. How are you doing?
Because I know it's on YouTube. I've seen it.
Right.
And Brown Eyed Girl. Carry on talking as I try to find. Okay.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. My musical career, if you like, as we both say, unfortunately, was never professional. But although we did perform with professional musicians, semi-professional musicians, anyway. Talking about Gary, I started off with the Chevrons. Both you and I did, Lauren. We were singers in that wonderful band, and yeah, we had so much fun. And yeah, that's a part of my life. Obviously, I will remember, and I'll never forget it. From there, when I was living in the southeast of England, then I moved over to another location, and I ended up in a duet with a nice guy called Paul. He was married to a community nurse, and he was actually a teacher of music, and he taught music in his spare time. So he was looking for a singer, which I applied for from starnow.com. And I was very fortunate to have been accepted for the role. And we were together as a duo, a singing duo for about a period of about 18 months. Now, unfortunately, the reason that came to an end was because I believe his business was picking up, his teaching of music, as it were. So there was no time to perform at weekends. Plus, I was in the middle of selling my house as well at the time. So it was a very sort of, difficult transition period, because I had a big responsibility, selling a house, going through the throes, and obviously the stress and the strains of doing that. Plus Paul, and good luck to him, to be fair. He ended up having more business you know, his business had improved as well regarding his teaching of music as well. Yeah, and from then I actually moved to the south coast of England, whereas I joined another band as a singer. We were in a four-piece. I was the lead singer in a rock band. So yeah, we were only together, I think, probably for less than a year, because you know, at that point I moved up to Scotland, so the situation depleted somewhat, you know, for want of another word. So, and that was me. But I've all, like yourself, Lauren, you know, obviously I've always had music in my blood. So, you know, it's great. It's something I'll always remember. You know, and still I'm, you know, in the kitchen singing my heart out to 80s music, and you know, and I had my eyes tested yesterday because I actually sat on my glasses, would you believe, and accidentally broke a handle. So I went to Vision Express, and the nice staff actually said there, one of them asked me what my hobbies were, and of course the first hobby I mentioned was singing, and I said basically, you know, I said I'll just stand at the window with a hairbrush or something like that. You know, it's the nearest thing I would get to use a microphone, so that was quite amusing.
Right. I'm not finding it. Doesn't matter. Next time we do an interview, because I saw Gary on there. Hi, Gary. Have you got any footage you could send me? Yeah, we've got people watching. We've got about 5 people watching on Facebook. This is amazing. So hang on, I've gone very little there. Let me bring myself back.
Oh, now you've enlarged. You're bigger.
I'm bigger. So I remember that was one of my favorite times, is when we so basically when we did the performances with the Chevrons. That's before we had that big break of 8 years, I think, where we kind of didn't see each other, didn't talk for about 8 years. But we remember we did that gig in I think it was oh God, where was it? It was near Uxbridge. I can't remember, but I remember we did in the cricket club. And remember the guy, the drummer was the guy who did My Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes. Eddie
from Edison Lighthouse. Yeah, I remember him as plain as day. Wonderful guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we were the backing singers. Oh, and I think you did solo as well. It was so much fun.
It was.
Moving on. As I say, we've had a checkered, interesting life, and I do believe that really strong friendships do go through this. You have breakups, and then you come back together, and then you talk about things, and you know, you have a better friendship because of that. But let's talk a little bit about Not All Alone. Let's talk about the history of Not All Alone. I mean, Not All Alone started a long time ago. I remember you told me you could sing. And so I played it to you, and we're talking about 18 years now, but it must be about 17 years.
Wow.
I played it to you, and then you started singing it, and you loved it. What is it about Not All Alone? Because you just fell in love with that song, and I kind of gave it to you. It became our song. It, you know, as I say, 17 years. It's gone through. Another singer did it, and then came back to you again. We went to the studio. You recorded it. It had a backing track done by Dave Ford. I mean, it's gone through different, what's the word? Incarnations, but it always came back to you and me, right? It always came back to our friendship. It somehow was the glue that kept us together, that song. So what was it about Not All Alone that the first time you heard it, it was like, wow, I love it. I want it.
Yeah, I think it's something really, because obviously I'd always, you know, I'm a big fan of rock music anyway, and it is predominantly a rock gothic track. So that's what drew me to it. That's what drew me to it, you know, the song in itself. Because to be quite honest with you, you know, that's something I really enjoy doing anyways, just singing rock songs, and I hope to continue doing that, you know, for as long as I possibly can. Yeah, and hopefully people will appreciate, you know, hopefully what I have to offer in terms of my singing voice. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Sorry, I'm still looking for Pretty Flamingo, because I know it's on here somewhere. I've seen it. I've seen it on YouTube. You and me doing the backing vocals to Gary, but I can't find it. Maybe he's taken it off. But sorry. So carry on. So hang on. I'm just going to bring myself back in because I made myself very small. There you go. I'm back again. So
back.
You did it. That was it. You fell in love with that song. You just fell in love with the song, and that was it. That was it. It was kind of for a change, saying, "Okay, you sing it. I'll do the backing vocals. You sing it. You get on with it because you love it so much and because it suits you." And that song, as I said, I think the biggest thing we did with that song is when we literally 2 years ago, it must be 2 years because this year's been nothing. I don't even know what, I haven't seen you now since, well, it's more than a year, must be. I can't remember. But it was June 2018, I think, when we recorded it. Hello, you there? You frozen? Sarah? She's frozen. Hang on a sec. I need to charge my phone. I'm going to put Not All Alone on while she's coming. I'm waiting for her to come back again. I'll put on again. Remaining Brokenhearted, which is the second song. She'll be back. There she is. She's back. Okay, you're back. You're back. You froze there. I think it was 2018 when I created a story